Glory, glory, hallelujah. Since I laid my burden down, I'm so happy. Now I'm free. Since I laid my burden down. Hi, Z. Saber winners. How you doing? You got a new thumbnail. Hi, Miss Ashley. I am Mrs. Ricks. Well, I just wanted to come and share this news, people. Katia 75. How you doing? Diamond. God before everything. I'm so happy, people. Well, first I want to thank the person. There was a lady on here a few days ago, and she said, Timothy, I've been reading listening to your audiobooks, and she gave a name that I didn't even know it was on the audiobook, right? I said, oh, no, only my first book and I think the Murder in the Beef Sector on Audible, right? So I went to investigate because she said she was reading, she said, well, I'll go through them. She said she was reading this other book, Deadly Wager. I said, how is that possible? She's listening to Deadly Wager. And I went there, and all of my books, every single one of my books is now on Audible. And they did it by themselves. In other words, I wrote all these books, people. They're all on Audible. People have asked me through the years, when are you going to do an Audible book? So I can listen in my car, right? Every one of these books is on. I can't even hold them. There's so many, baby. Every one. So now apparently the situation is Deadly Wager. She was listening to this one. I said, oh, she is listening to this one. She is correct and I am wrong. And this one too. I've written all these books, people, but I didn't have them. I only had 2 of them on audiobook. So now they're all available. I'm so happy about it, right? Because it's kind of time. You got to find a reader and all that kind of stuff. And they're all done by AI. I didn't know how AI was going to touch my life. I know everybody's talking about AI like it's the new age of the computer or something, right? But it has touched me. And apparently I signed off on having these books created and then just forgot about it, right? I did find the document later on, but anyway, they can do that on AI now. When Amazon, all my books are published on Amazon. They've always been in paperback or Kindle, but now they've added another category. You can also get them on audiobook, and you can get them on audible.com for those of you who are members. Isn't that something? So, lady, whoever you are, I guess I could find out in the old chat. Thank you for having me go and research that because I had no idea. Thank you so much. I did say I checked went up a little bit, but I don't know. Audible is owned by Amazon. Oh, Audible is owned by Amazon now? Is that why they did it? Lord have mercy. Well, I listen to these Kindle things. I listen on here on Kindle, right? And you've always had the mechanical voice on there. Where you have a Kindle, you can listen even though it's just an ebook. But AI is different. It is different. I've been listening to an old book that I wrote years ago all today because I also figured out how to pair my headphones since I was in there messing with it. I had old type headphones. So anyway, it's an enjoyable thing. I listen to audiobooks when I go to sleep anyway. But apparently there's a lot more available to us because Amazon has made all of their ebooks Audible books, which is very good. I guess AI really is a big thing. They're showing up everywhere. How y'all doing today? So Saber Windows says that Audible is owned by Amazon. I didn't know that. They merged at some point. It's just like a few people own everything in this damn world now. Bezos, they're gonna have him in Congress. Honey. When you get too big, they call you into Congress like they do Zuckerberg, right? As you say, you have a monopoly. They've done that to most of the billionaires, you know. Anyway, how y'all doing today? Y'all pick up my audiobooks. I think they're reasonably priced too. I mean, I got I ordered them all, but I have like an author price. I don't know what the regular price is on there. Check me out. And if I had to say, well, just get one book, get this one called The Epiphany. I think it's one of the best ones. My favorite anyway. You shouldn't have a favorite child, but I think that's my favorite. I'm listening to it right now. Mm-hmm. It's been a few years since I wrote that. How you doing, Diamond Eyes? Ooh, Diamond Eyes 007. You love the show? Uh-huh. I haven't been able to keep up. Who is this here? Thank you, Egyptian Goddess 1111 for the super chat. Appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Let me see. I love your show. If it wasn't for audiobooks, I wouldn't even read. I got dyslexia. It takes way too long to try to keep your place when you have dyslexia and you're trying to read a novel. So I have to listen. So I am very grateful. It's a big deal for me, not only for my own books, but just for books in general. I can start reading again. Right? I have 2 of your books on Audible. Oh, Tennessee, yeah, those 2, Meth Monster and Murder in the Beef Sector, were on there. Almond Brown read Murder in the Beef Sector, but now they're all on there. And as I was listening, the AI voice is no different than a regular audiobook. They've captured the voices. So that's great. So I see why it has many, many uses, right? Oh, y'all giving me money today. What's going on? Y'all happy? I'm so happy. Now I'm free. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Diamond Eyes. I appreciate it. Love and gospel music is the only one, for whatever reason, I'm gonna figure that out tonight, is the only one that doesn't appear on the audiobook. You know, that was that's the longest novel I ever wrote, Love and Gospel Music. It is a love story. It's a coming of age story. It's about gospel music and all of the children who are involved in it. But I didn't know how to price a book at that time, so I think I priced it at $27, and I used a company at that point, and they wouldn't let me lower the price. The price was way too high, and so I don't think that book got read nearly as much as it should have been. But so far, that's the only one that's not audiobook, and I'll look into that today and see why that is. Probably something you got to fill in the square or something. I don't know. Mm-hmm. God before everything. Didn't you buy a whole lot of them at one time? As I recall. Mm-hmm. I love writing, honey. Now I'm in three quarters of the way through my new novel, which is my first political novel. I guess when you're surrounded by all this political mumbo jumbo, you pick it up and it becomes interesting. But these are demonic politicians. Let me stop. You love to hear me sing? Glory, glory. Are you going to sing tonight? I don't know. That whenever the spirit hits you, you know how that spirit is. It just drop one on you. You have all of them, but I'd rather listen to them. Oh yeah, listening makes it easy. Particularly when you have to drive. If you're commuting somewhere. When I used to drive, even then, I used to love audiobooks instead of just music all the time, you know. Mm-hmm. Evening, Cousin Tim. How you doing, Linda B? Y'all following the story? What's the latest on Diddy? I see Diddy's the big story. I just got up. I'm gonna go down here. I gotta go get some chicken for the dog. Gammy gave me one of these things. It's called he said he got it from Timu, but you put these chunks of chicken in there and you spin it around like thing, and it makes like pulled chicken. So I said, oh shit, that's a whole lot cheaper for me because I've been getting Sweeney Dog canned chicken, which is extremely expensive. So I'm gonna go down here to Trader Joe's and get some chicken because I like the way that thing shreds it up, make it edible for my baby. So I didn't see what's going on with the. I saw they did parade all of these sex workers. You know what? You just assume when you're talking about sex work and prostitution and all that, you always think it's the woman. It's the woman. No, he's the opposite. He hired all the men. As far as I can tell, there's only one woman involved, right? I don't know if he's doing the freak with everybody else. He did the freak. Hey, watches, noches. He was so precautious, and now he's got to pay the price, baby. They all coming out the woodwork. I guess you can't judge these guys. They're a little bit older now, because a couple of them, I said, why in the hell would you pay somebody like that? Whatever. We all have our day, you know. I even put in a little time myself when I was a youngster. Squeenie don't like Diddy. Squeenie, you don't like that goddamn Diddy. Diddy. Trump. Sorry, dog. The Punisher. Ooh, girl. What? Oh my God. Particularly when they're talking about that he's picking them based on the size of their equipment. And then you got somebody called the Punisher. Jesus Christ. No wonder he had to pay him thousands of dollars. He's paying him. He had whole bags of money. That's what I mean by Diddy's a drug addict, honey. That's why he had a lot of his behavior. All that sex stuff, that comes from dope. Because even when he was waiting to go to court, they done brought him to New York City and all that. He going to court in a couple of days. He got all that stuff, all that evidence in his room while he's waiting to go to court. He couldn't stop. That's what obsession is like. Correct. He got a whole thing, a Louis Vuitton bag of drugs and money and all these things that are going to be incriminating for him. He got him in the damn room. The Punisher. I bet these people was getting some advertisement too, right? Because people who are in that area, they kind of curious about this Punisher, honey. What does that entail? The Punisher. What's the other one's name? They had the Punisher. Let me get the headline. I got to see the headlines on this stuff. I know everybody and their mama's reporting on it. I don't think y'all need another one, but let's see. I guess this Ernest Williams, he's been indicted again. This standard is a whole lot of Donald Trump shit on here. Diddy trial, okay. The big takeaways, okay. So all of the big stations are reporting. Well, everybody's reporting on the Diddy case. I guess I'm just being lazy because damn, everybody's on this case. They're not showing the pictures of these guys. Somebody showed them earlier. You know, a couple of them look like they're all right. A couple of them look like squares. I guess if you have that piece of equipment, that's all they were really interested in. And it seemed like he was doing a whole lot of filming as well. How he was so concerned with with what was on the film, what color the fingernails are, and all this kind of stuff, the angles, and all the baby oil got to be shiny. That sounds like somebody who is primarily interested in what he's filming. We don't know if that's for filming for himself, for his blackmail escapades. Although the only person he can blackmail is Cassie. The hustlers, they don't care. That's their business. Some of them won't get a little extra business now because they're famous, right? Me call up the Punisher. I don't want you to hurt it, baby. Kill it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ladies. Call the Punisher. Oh, not again. Mhm. So far, there's been no evidence that he's been messing around with these dudes. When they first came out, they were implying that Puff Daddy was getting these guys. He was more into the guys than the women, but the women seem to be one woman. We don't know. We assume that after he broke up with Cassie, other women took her place. But he doesn't seem to be touching no man. I think if he was touching these men's, they are male escorts, so they would be going both ways, just like what business they're in. Believe me, I know. Uh, there hasn't been any of that. So we don't know. I don't know why they would come and testify to everything else and not testify to Diddy giving, if that was going on. Gamage, hope he's doing well. Linda B, he's a nice friend. He always gives me stuff. If he sees something, bumps into something that he thinks I could use. But I had never heard of no chicken shredder. That's good for making your chicken. Let me show y'all just in case y'all don't know, because y'all can go over there to Temu and get him. He said it was only like $4, right? Move out of the way, ding dong. I want to show the people. I think it's very interesting that I'll be this age and never heard of the damn thing. Where's it at? This is gonna be Squeenie from now on. He likes it so much shredded up like this too that I said, well, I'll just do this all the time. Okay, so this is what he got me. This is wet, so I don't want the water to get everywhere. Here's the bottom of it, right? This is the bottom of it. And then you turn it like this, and this is the top to it. You see them shredder things in there? Those points, and you got points on the top, right? So you put these big chunks of chicken, that's what I'm gonna go by right now, inside of here, right? In chunks of chicken. And then you put this thing on top of the chicken, and then you turn it. And those little pointer things, they're shred the chicken. And when you get through, you have perfectly shredded, like you get a pulled chicken sandwich. That's what he got me. That's so nice. Honey, I underestimated that Temu stuff, child. I thought it was probably a bunch of cheap stuff in there, but now they're all the rage, apparently. I've been missing out, so I don't know if it would be overpriced, but their prices were so cheap that even if they doubled the damn price, it'd still be cheaper than anything we're getting here. So I don't know where they are with all his tariffs and all that shit. Donald Trump. Now he done raised these huge tariffs, right? Which nobody was ever going to pay. I guess he thinks he's going to bring all these factories here, stupid ass. And then he said he lowered it. He lowered it massively. He lowered the massive. He made a big deal with China. Well, he didn't make no damn deal. First of all, the people want free trade. That's the goal for most businessmen. Donald Trump thinks he can bring his ugly ass and just control all these people's businesses all over America. He's in charge now of their businesses and how they operate their businesses, all based on what he's finally Big Daddy. He's controlling every goddamn thing, right? Anyway, you raise it way up and then you raise it to 30%. Well, 30% is a lot of money. When you think of 1/3 of everything you sell in this country, that's still a pretty high tariff, right? So he hasn't done anything, nothing. What do you think about plantation fire? What's the plantation fire? Was there something that happened in the news today? We've had so much local stuff to go on, honey. We had a big fire here in Palm Springs I guess the people blowing up the thing where you have fertility. Why would you blow up a fertility clinic? Anyway, the fool blew his own self up here in Palm Springs. I don't understand that. They done took away your right to have an abortion. These people just taking over our lives. Like we're going to be a third world country in the future. They done forgot. They very rarely even mention the abortion issue. I don't think that's a dead issue at all. Right? You don't have a right to your own body even. One little 10-minute mistake. Now you got to raise a child for the next 20 years. Right? And they're going to force that on you. Whatever. That fool does so much that you can hardly remember what the fuck he did last week because he's done so much. Every day you wake up, honey. The moment you wake up, before you put on your makeup, he fucks up something else. Donald, oh Donald. It's probably his revenge against every successful bit. I think it is too, Blaine, to be. He has been able to control all of these. I mean, the automakers, every small business. There are going to be so many small business that go out of business because of his tariff games he's playing. He's just batting them around. Look what I did. You've done nothing. Take all the tariffs away so business people can get back to business, Donald Trump. Why you got to have your feet in every goddamn thing? And sister says, enough. So what happened? A plantation at Louisiana, his house just caught fire, burnt down. Oh, it's all over social media. See, I haven't sat down at the computer today. I missed it. So a plantation in Louisiana has burned to the ground. I'll have to look into it and see what's going on. Hi, Soul Sister #1 show. Some people ask me, when you going to get some audiobooks? Well, they're all on audiobook now, Soul Sister. Every one of my novels. And I got to say, I think I'm a very good writer. So I think if you like to read books, check me out. On Amazon. So now it's on Amazon or Audible. You can get them on either one. But I didn't know that Amazon then bought Audible. These rich people. Hi, Elaine. How you doing? Elaine here and Soul Sister #1 show here. Did you see my emails? You sent me some today? Elaine always gives me some good subjects. Let me see. All the Audibles I ordered. No, I don't see no email from you. No, Elaine, I don't have them. Oh, I got the oldest one. Why Donald Trump's medical records say? Why is that the way you're talking about? Why Donald Trump's medical records say more than he realizes? That lying motherfucker. Elaine, I'm not lying to you when I say whenever that man talks, I always turn the channel. I cannot stand his voice. And the reason I can't stand his voice is because I know he's lying. What kind of president is that? When everything he says is a goddamn spin or a lie, right? And getting in other people's business, ruining people's lives. How many of these people who are working for the federal government thought they had a career? He just destroyed their lives. And then Elon Musk, he said, I'm finished. I'm just gone. I did my thing. Little bitch. I can't stand. My grandmama used to say, baby, I'd rather you steal from me than lie in my face. I can't stand no lying ass people. And everything he says today, I'm lying. When they left office last time, he said he had 3,500 lies that he had told publicly when he was president. Now, every time he come over here, you can't believe a damn. Well, how's that? What kind of way is that to run a government? When you can't believe anything that usually when the president comes and says something, that means it's real. It's the opposite with him. That means it's bullshit. Anyway, I can't listen to him. I go and I listen to the commentators tell me what he said and sort out the bullshit. I like Midas Touch. They give me a good rundown on what he says, and it's always the opposite. Mm-hmm. What does it say? And sisters. Thank you, Nicola. Excellent writer. Yeah, this new one's gonna be good, baby. Mm-hmm. Well, it's good. I mean, it's good right now. So it used to be all sort of gay subjects, but you know, gay people, they have mothers and fathers, and they have co-workers and co-conspirators, and so now I don't just lean in just that one direction. There's all kind of people. It's just not focused on just gay issues. Actually, it never was. But I think the Epiphany, if you want to just try one book, try that one. That's a great story. It has lots of characters. And the good thing about the AI captured the characters. In that book, The Epiphany, I had a Chinese cab driver who was actually like an angel type character, messenger. The AI, I don't know how they did it, but they matched his voice. And it's got some Southern Black folks in there, and they just capture everybody. So it's pretty remarkable. I was very impressed. So thank you, lady, whoever sent me in that direction. Mm-hmm. You sent me a picture of Jay Wilson and Mark. Oh, Lord have mercy. How come I didn't see it? Oh, I might have known it was about him and erased it. Who knows? Yeah, let me see. Oh, this is all Audible purchases. Why don't I see that? Elaine. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. 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 Hold on a minute. Why the come? Oh, Lord. Okay. It won't open. Lord, I please don't let me have computer issues with this computer. It's bad enough I got all the phone issues. Let me see. No. Well, I do see it, Elaine, but I can't open it for some reason. Nope. I'm having computer issues. It's not the computer. This thing is not working. Shit. Yeah, I'm having some kind of issue. I can't open the email. I got one of these things, and I just don't think it's working right. And I always keep it plugged up. It's like it makes it like your laptop. But I have the regular mouse too. I think I'll change it to the mouse. This thing's barely moving. I got one of these things because am I still here? Did I come back? I guess when I moved this thing, I only got this pad thing because I thought that you needed to put the new mouse on top of it. I didn't know that it was the mouse. But I believe that's what's messing me up. Let's see what Elaine sent. What is this? Oh, you got the boy. He's way in the back. Wait a minute. What's wrong with Mark? Aren't you in love, Mark? He got Mark sitting in the back. I guess he has to prove that there is a Mark, because a lot of people believe there is no Mark, or they think that Mark is his girlfriend, or just friends now, right? That's his gamage. I'm back on. Good. Okay. Yeah, I got to watch it with this thing here. My brain is just not with these machines, but I'm grateful for them. They got me 8 audiobooks. Mm. Yeah, I see it, Elaine. I saw that picture before, child. I don't know what the point of the picture is. I guess we're just supposed to see that there's a Mark. Does Mark talk? He let him talk one time, and the children sharped him up so bad that he said he learned his lesson. He never let him talk again. That's another voice I haven't been able to tolerate lately. Is that damn Jay Williamson? He looked like a mini me, don't he? I think Mark is short. They both bald headed. He looked like a mini me, Jay Wilson. Mm-hmm. Using my old phone to play audio. Yeah, well, the only thing about using my old phone is because the issue was the old phone worked just fine, and I got a new phone. But if you can only have one of them running at the same at a time. I can pull up pictures on my old phone, but I can't pull up current stuff. I can't be online with both. I got one or the other. So I would have to go down to Metro PCS. I'm going to do something about the phone situation. My issue has been I couldn't get any other service other than Metro PCS. Or I say that because I didn't only tried one, and they told me that I had a Sprint bill from 25 years ago. 25 years ago, when the cell phones first came out, and I had a Sprint phone, and I got busted in this hotel, and the police, they just leave the door open, so everybody went into the room after I got busted. They got that phone, and it read up a $600 bill. Now, I've tried to explain this I didn't have access to that phone anymore. How can you get a cell phone bill to run up to $600? How in the hell was it even possible? It was obviously scammers. But since I didn't report it stolen at the time, well, I didn't want to go into all my personal business with these people, telling them I was in prison. But that's the reason why I couldn't report it stolen. I couldn't do anything. Anyway, who told me that? T-Mobile or some damn body. You're not supposed to be able to hold things against people for more than 7 years. That's been over 25 years. We'll see. I hate to go and buy an iPhone because I don't do nothing on it, but let y'all listen to what I'm watching. I barely use it to call out. Mm-hmm. You can access through Wi-Fi. You don't have to have phone service to play YouTube. Really? Okay, I'll try that out tonight. Just go to Wi-Fi. Oh, I'll try that. That'd be very interesting. I never heard of that before, Elaine. You must be working in tech, Elaine. You know all this stuff. I don't know nothing, honey. Just use Wi-Fi. Sable Winter says the same thing. Just use Wi-Fi. I'll sure check it out. This thing here is so unreliable. What else is going on? What else is going on? Did y'all learn anything about Diddy? Y'all talking about the Punisher? Y'all call the Punisher. You people in New York, don't you call the Punisher? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you been a bad girl. I gotta call the Punisher. Mm-mm. Yeah, be careful with all them hustlers because he didn't want. I don't know. They said he was throwing rubbers at them today, but before they said he didn't want no rubbers. And the issue was not only with Cassie getting all this different sperm in her, but people are professional hustlers. They prostitutes. So they're having sex all the time. I'm sure they have it 2, 3, 4 times a day. That just doesn't seem very sanitary or nothing. Hell, he could cause her to have these diseases, honey. But as I said, he's on drugs, so he's a dope fiend. Anytime you on your way to court and you fly all the way to New York City and you're scheduled to go to court, I guess the next day or a couple of days, and you got to have all this damn sex shit in your hotel room. Police, they just came in there. What? God damn, it's a smorgasbord. That's dope fiend stuff. We used to have people, the police is down at the front steps, honey. We'd be up here having freaky parties. So I understand it. Unfortunate for him. So do y'all think Diddy is through? What do you think? I think they're not going to be able to get him on those charges, those primary charges that they hit him with. That racketeering thing is going to be, I don't think he's going to be convicted of that. The racketeering thing and the conspiracy, I think it's going to be extremely hard to prove. He got good lawyers. They can pull that apart. But they're not going to let him go either. So he's paying out somewhere between $10 and $15 million in lawyers. You would think that they would have enough skill to get him off of that, because if everybody's asking the same question, how is that discharged? All we talk about is the abuse and him being a domestic abuser. That sounds like they don't have a lot on the other end. Or why would they keep going back to him being? We already know that's a monster. We already know that's an asshole, right? We know all that about Diddy, yet they keep repeating it and repeating and repeating it. And they find other people. And when the witnesses come, they're all just coming to say the same thing. I saw him slap somebody. I saw him, mistreat somebody. I saw the bruises. I saw all that has to do with domestic violence or assault. Really assault. Correct. And I don't know how close that boy was to that car when it blew up, but it could get him on something like attempted murder. But the things they're charging him with, it still doesn't seem to make any sense to me that all of these people who are covering the story, all the commentaries, all the YouTubers, everybody who's covering it, they all got the same question. So if we all got the same question, wouldn't the people in the court have the same question too? They need to get down to business as far as this conspiracy thing. So I guess the new thing is, because he has guns and he has filed the serial numbers off the guns, that usually implies criminal activity. And I believe it is illegal to file the serial numbers off, because the FBI and the police need those numbers in order to track the weapons. So usually if you're carrying a gun with the serial numbers, you intend to do something nefarious or illegal. Hi, Rhonda McGee. How you doing? Heartstrings, and Jesse's here. What's going on, Jesse? Oh, I'm just here promoting my books today. You can get them on Audiobook. Audiobook, baby. Let me see. Missed you, Unc. I missed you too, Heartstrings 10. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't doubt that Cassie and most of those men have HIV. Yeah. And that's part of the reason why she sued him. Yeah, they haven't made any mention of that at all. But you can easily imagine they have HIV, honey. They're all prostitutes. They're all professionals. And she's doing it with all of them. And he's talking all this shit about how he don't want no rubbers used. It doesn't look good on camera. What is he making video for public use or something? What difference does it make, right? But they're all high. And they did finally mention meth. I said, oh, that's it, honey. I know all about what that's like. So his bizarre behavior is not surprising, at least in that area. You would think that if you have liquor companies and contracts with all these clothing companies, you have music companies, you have music artists all over, you would think you would be so busy that who would even have time for this bullshit, right? But that's what drugs are like, honey. Stay away from the drugs, people. Don't even test them. Like Nancy Reagan said, listen, just say no. Kid Cudi testifies this week about his blown up car. Oh, okay. Oh, so maybe they're going to throw in some other things. They might be just using these charges as a ploy to get the case going, and then they're going to bring up some of these dying people around him. Mm-hmm. So Cassie's mama testified today. Cassie's mama said she wasn't scared of him. They said she stared him down. She was walking down looking like this. I ain't scared of you. Right? You put your hands on my daughter. And so apparently the woman had to mortgage her house to give him $20,000 because he got an attitude when he broke up with Cassie. Said, well, I want all the shit I paid for. No, motherfucker, you were beating that woman half to death. She don't owe you shit, nothing. But he gonna demand the 20, like he needs the 20,000. Hell, that's what he had in the little suitcase thing to give to the prostitutes. So he'll blow through that a week, and he got that woman over there mortgaging her house. He would take her car and take her phones. Just a monster. She should have got more than 20,000. Initially, they said it's 50,000. Hey, ding dong. Come on. Hey, get it bum over here. There you go. Put it right there. Put it down. You want to say hello? Get your bum up here. Beady, beady, beady. Beady, beady. How you doing, people? What you doing? Look at that. Look at that underbite. Isn't that pretty? Looks like Wolfman Jack. Hi, baby. Say hi. How you doing? How you doing, people? Do you think I'm beautiful? Mm-hmm. My baby loves me. You be quiet. Got to get him some chicken. Mm-hmm. Feds are building the case step by step. Yeah, because they got a long way to go. They got 2 months to go. So yeah, they might not. They're not stupid, right? They've been at this a long time. So we can they're gonna have to have some surprises. They're not gonna let Cassie speak at the beginning and then just let it drag on and we keep repeating and repeating and repeating. Right? They should have charged him with domestic abuse. With I don't know how you can beat somebody like that and then it just go. That wasn't that old, was it? What's the statute of limitations on assault? They should have been get him on something like that, but they got all this evidence, and he done filmed a whole lot of shit too. That hadn't been in evidence yet. Cassie was paid $20 million. Yeah, she got $20 million, but how much she gonna pay the lawyer? And then you got to realize the taxes on $20 million. If you just get a sudden influx of $20 million, in the taxes somewhere in the 40-50%. Maybe she should have got more money. I don't even know how much money he got left. We know he started selling off properties and things. And them lawyers going to get theirs. They're going to make sure they get theirs, win or lose, up front. So I think Garagos' daughter is working on this case. They keep saying, well, why is Garagos in the courtyard every day? Well, his daughter is one of the lawyers. So I don't know if he's getting a consult fee or what. Oh, okay. Well, it went out again, people. I don't know if I'm having problems with my Wi-Fi, what the issue is. Mm-hmm. What's going on, Jesse? How you doing? You be going over there to the church people. What's going on over there? I haven't been over there in a while, child. I ain't been over there. I ain't been messing with Wilson and them either. I see that Sir King beef sector people. I guess Sir King done fell out with Lemon now. He keeps bringing up how he made Lemon. And now Lemon, I guess Lemon's doing well. He's getting some popularity. Sir King, people get sick of us, okay? They watch you for a while. They get tired of you, honey, and they want to watch somebody else. So if Lemon is having his time and he's popular with these panels or whatever, let him have his time, man. It ain't going to last forever. Relax. come to church sector. You're always welcome. Y'all dangerous over there, honey. Uh-huh. Yes, I saw he's several of them are still beefy, you know. It's fun, but I haven't followed. And so is Five Babe now? Is Five Babe planning an event now? Is that what's going on? She barely comes on. I think Five Babe has a job, but she's planning an event. Did anybody know? But Larry came out and told people to not support Prophet Jordan. What? And was lying about the reason why. Wait a minute. Larry came out and told people to not support Prophet Jordan. Isn't that his mentor? He called him the mentor, the king. I never get their relationship. I know they fell out a little bit ago. Oh, maybe I will go over there and peek in. That's an interesting story. I think Jordan was instrumental in leading Larry to the money. And then, you know, certain other people don't follow behind them, right? These people are in the money collecting business, right? Now, I'm not saying that all pastors are bad or anything like that, or they're not carrying people or whatever, but a whole lot of them are into it for the money, right? So, and it seems to be they teach. Anyway, money collecting business, money changers, honey. Mm-hmm. It used to be in the old days, you know, black people didn't have that many opportunities. So you don't want to be a shoe shine boy, or you don't want to be somebody's maid. You became the pastor. The pastor always had Cadillac, right? My feeling is this mega church thing, this mega church phenomenon, they might have already blown that. That might be done, over with. Several things we learned in COVID, and one of the things is you learn in COVID that you don't need these palaces to know God. I don't mean to be cynical, but a lot of things we were taught to believe that we had to do, you ain't got to do that. Mm-mm. So I've noticed a lot of the audiences, they still haven't came back from COVID. Our church, we only go every other week now. We used to be every week. And we're not the only ones, you know. He lied and said it was because Jordan was at the White House with Trump, but we know it was because of the Jake stuff. Oh, the Jake stuff. And didn't he have some son stuff too? Didn't Larry use his son for one of his Jake's conspiracies? That would have pissed me off, right? Oh, you're saying the Jake stuff would involve Manasseh Jordan and that stunt he pulled. After you do, you lose all credibility, honey. You do stuff like that. Yep, Manasseh was mad at Larry too. Yeah, he just came out and just made up a whole story, honey. Thinking of you. Oh, there'll be more. And we're still waiting for the more, honey. All these people gonna come out the woodwork and all this shit, child, trying to ruin somebody else when you just got ruined. You should be trying to clean up your own reputation, honey. Worry about somebody else's reputation. But you got to realize a lot of you guys, at least the ones that are on YouTube, that's where they got started. It's just gossiping. The only way YouTube got involved in the church business was gossiping. Anyway, that's each one of them. People get bored, honey. That boy, what's his name? I forgot this child's name. The big boy. he think he's so tight with Larry. Me and Larry, we'll never fall out. Girl, everybody on here is say the same goddamn thing about everybody on here, child. We'll never fall out. We'll never. Oh, why would we ever fall? Just how he really thinks he got it going on with Larry Reed. Larry Reed will find someone else down the road. He will get bored with you. You will get bored with him. His people, more importantly, will get bored with the situation. They'll say, this is the same stuff. And they'll find somebody else that's going to excite them again about coming online, or about YouTube, about different areas, right? There's hundreds of people coming on here every day. So they tie their wagons to these people, and they think that is for forever relationship. Respucia? What Respucia? Well, Respucia. Okay. So what happened with him? He moved to I guess he showed me proved me wrong, because I came on here and said you never move no damn where. Your ass to be on Section 8 for the rest of your life, because he had the stuff packed up by his door for so long. Since he's been on here, he's been packing the gold, right? And so I assume, well, you obviously got a mental problem. You ain't going nowhere, right? And now he doesn't move. So kudos to you, bro. Go ahead and do you a new city. So I was wrong that he wasn't, he was bullshitting, but he wasn't telling the people. I guess he wasn't secure that he was actually going to do it. He said he got cold feet a couple of times while that shit was still packed up at the door. Probably somebody in Atlanta had something to do with the building he moved into. Still on Section 8, but little do we know, Atlanta is a $50 plane ride. So he might see me. You're gonna see him, right? Where everybody's moving. Atlanta's the new Hollywood, right? Black people move to Atlanta, and they have instant connections if they participate. You know, there'll be parties and things like that. A lot of the people that he talks about, I think Larry has a place in Atlanta as well. I don't know. I'm not a hater. I am not a hater, but I'm not moving no goddamn where. That's for damn sure. I've been in this apartment I never lived nowhere 15 years in my entire life. That includes being raised by my mama. I left her house at 19, but we had only been in that house for maybe 5 or 6 years. We had been in 2 or 3 places. So I'm settled. I'm settled in a place that I can afford. I wouldn't give a goddamn what nobody else thinks about it, baby. God, everything that happened to me that's been good, God did it. Yes, it did. Everything that happened to me that's been right, the Lord did it. Once I was lost, caught up in the world of sin, Jesus came on, brought me on in, yeah. Now everything that happened to me that's been good. They still over there, Jesse. They over there stealing them gospel people music. Some of the clips are fun and everything, but you're still taking on people's music. They don't pay them nothing. And I guess since gospel music is the kind of thing where everybody sings each other's music, is not quite the same as R&B or rap or something like that. When you play their music, it automatically sends the money, if anything is made from it, to the artist. But I don't think the gospel artists get anything. I love my gospel music, honey. And I figured this damn thing out. I've been using old-fashioned headphones, but I figured out how to pair this to not only my phone, but to my Kindle, so I can actually enjoy the music and stuff. The sound is so much better. The good weather's coming, baby. We'll be out there on the track. Larry said he gave Jordan $3 million. Larry said he gave Jordan $3 million Well, where is Larry getting all these millions of dollars, honey? And why we got to go to a Patreon to watch funerals and things? I think it's a lot of exaggeration going. I thought Jordan was the one that's giving up all the money to Larry Reed, right? They hooked up, but Larry has to admit that his money didn't start pouring in until he did hook up with Bernard Jordan. I never got the big thing. I'm not from the East Coast. I don't know anything about Jordan. The only way actually I even knew about him was through Larry Reed, because he kept building him up as this great prophet. I never heard anything that seemed great to me, but I'm not in that world. So they have. Oh, I definitely have to look at that then. If they done really fell out. But they bet around money. That boy Manasseh gave TD Jakes a Bentley. You can't get a Bentley for less than $250,000, right? You just gave him that at the present, and you talking about he's grooming me. All that was so Larry could cover his ass because he done went and accused his people, honey. So he had to say, "Oh, they dirty, they're groomers, they doing all this kind of stuff." But good and damn well, whatever. I don't even go into that. But Jordan gave Larry $800,000, so it sounds like money laundering. Them people better be cool. That's what I think about is bragging and stuff. You better be cool when you start talking about millions. I gave him $1 million. He gave me $1 million. That was 800,000. People start looking into that. All it takes is one investigator to take an interest in that, right? Remember how they did Joyce Myers? Because Joyce Myers mentioned she had a gold toilet in her house, and they end up getting them all investigated. Who was that guy? Grassley or somebody, one of them senators? The senator heard about the gold toilet and went in on all of them. You better be cool, all this bragging, honey. Now, a lot of the things the boy you call Rasputin, Rasputia, ooh, that was an ugly woman. Wasn't that ugly? What was that, Eddie Murphy in drags? Girl. What was I just saying? God damn it, lost the chain of thought. Rasputia. What was I just saying about him? I forget. It'll come back. I don't want to say too much about it. I don't be bothered with him. I see he did to back the fuck up off me and leave me the hell alone, honey. Hi, Annette 75. How you doing? Let me see what y'all say. It was because Jordan. So this is a current beef they got, Jesse? Jordan and Larry Reed. I think I did peek in over there yesterday, and they were saying something about people were mad at Larry Reed. They didn't like Larry Reed, but they always constantly had to tell the other one that they like him. And he had to show that he said, "Oh, they all hate me because of this." Because the reason why people hate you is so simple. Stop bragging. Stop the goddamn bragging. The only way, that's what I was thinking. The boy, I guess God don't want me to remember his name. The only reason, God, hold on a minute, honey. Wait a minute. Rasputia. What is his name, Jesse? Tell me his name. I don't like subliminals. I like to tell the truth. But the only way I was just thinking. The only way that dude, whoever the big boy is, got all this shit. Look how much I got tonight. Look how much I got. That came directly out of Larry Reed's asshole. That's what Larry Reed does. Remember when he was off on his birthday thing? He was showing I got 50,000 here, and he's always showing how much money he got. That came from him. He learns everything he learns from all this integral shit. Oh, I'm integral. Give me your money because I'm integral. Like one thing has something to do with the other thing. Correct? It don't have shit to do with it. I don't give a fuck if you're integral or not. What they got? Ooh, yo talking. Sweet as honey. Guess what? So is my money. Don't bring me your problems. Just bring it on home. Hey, baby. Bring me all your cash. All that stuff showing how much money he got, all that, and all this bullshit about how talented he is. That's Larry Reed's shit. Larry Reed, because he considered himself a pastor and he considered himself to have made records and he has his own studio. He said that he has talent. He would make a big deal out of the people in the beef sector. They ain't got no talent. They just video uploaded. No, that's not. We're not video uploaders because we don't upload videos anymore. Just tell the goddamn truth. If we're doing live videos, we're doing the same thing. You had your show. You called it Larry Reed Live, correct? We're doing the same thing. This could be Timothy Blaine Live, correct? But my point was all this shit about Thais. That's his name. Thais talking about he got the talent. They don't have the talent. They don't have all that bullshit came out of Larry Reed's asshole. Because talent, he ain't got no talent. If he has talent, then I have talent. Well, why am I not aware of all this talent that I have, child? Anyway, just copying each other and shit. Copying each other. And anytime somebody is constantly, you got to give them money. 888, 888. Well, Larry Reed said 888 meant something spiritually. This is one of the cons he used that he got from Bernard Jordan, right? 888, 888. Well, those 888s add up, correct? Well, what is Thais? What is his 888 for? Is he a prophet too? What does the eights got to do with him? I thought the eights had to do with Larry Reed, right? Just go right behind them, copying. All for a fucking dollar. Ugh. That's why I haven't been back over there. It didn't twerk, so it wasn't funky no more. Who didn't twerk, so it wasn't funky no more? Ooh. Ain't no talent. You already talking about whatever, child. Thais is convinced that he got the talent. They're going to show him about talent in Atlanta because a lot of Negroes in Atlanta do have actual talent, honey. Right? You go in there like you're the new thing and so forth. They're going to say, well, what is it that you do? If we accept that Larry Reed has made some records and sang some songs and been a preacher and now he says he's a prophet, all those things, tell us about what you are. Why are you the talent? Whatever. How did I wiggle my ass over there in that mess? What do you mean, Tracy? It didn't twerk. Who the hell didn't twerk? Y'all better keep all that twerking. So it wasn't funky no more. Hell, make my funky P-funk. I want my funk uncut. I want to party on the P-funk. Don't want my funk stepped on. Make mine, baby. Make my funky P-funk. What's going on, Soul Sister Number One Show? Did y'all hit the like button today? Well, it's time for me to go out here and get this dog some more chicken. He's a dog that's been raised up on chicken. If I put dog food in his bowl, he won't even go in that room. His dog bowl is in the bathroom. He won't even, if he sniffs it in the hallway, he won't go in there. Like it's a vampire or something in there. I got to bring it right. So let me go get him some chicken. Thank y'all for coming in on today. We will look and see what happened over there in the church sector. See if there's anything worth talking about. And I'll talk to y'all later. Thank y'all, Egyptian Goddess and Diamond Eyes for the super chats. Appreciate it. Later, people. And don't forget to get the audiobooks. Timothy Blaine audiobooks on Amazon or on audio.com. Later. Later, people.